How was scrimmage too, Dabo?
It was good and bad, you know. I mean, there's some ebbs and flows. I thought the offense came out and really kind of started fast. I thought the defense finished better than they started. A lot of big plays today. It was kind of feast or famine that way. You know, we either wouldn't do a whole lot or it was a big play. Did find the end zone probably more today than we have in quite a while in a scrimmage. So there were some big plays made, but just consistency. And it's the same thing defensively. Again, come out of the gate and we line up offside, then we jump offside and give up a free play, big play, touchdown. But you know, a lot to evaluate. You know, we'll watch the tape. A lot of good. You know, as coaches, we have a tendency to focus on the bad. But you know, my big thing is to the coaches is let's don't worry about winning the scrimmage as much as we are about exposing guys and evaluating, and because that's really kind of where we are right now, is seeing who can do it and who's not where they need to be and why and how do we get them better. So mix and matching the personnel, did good on good. We did ones on twos. We kind of did a little bit of everything. Got into some 2-minute today, and got into some coming out. Did some goal line. A lot of red zones. So we got a lot of situational work done throughout the scrimmage. Real bright spots, Alex Spence. He's really, I think he was 3 for 3 on his field goals. Punters, had a little punt off there at the end. Man, I'm really pleased with Will and Carson King. Those two are kind of neck and neck and competing very well. You know, Carson has improved a ton, and Will's really become more consistent this spring. And the Swinney kid, it's good to have him. He's a good addition. But I thought Amari showed up in the return game. He made 2 really nice plays, one on kickoff return, one on punt return. So, you know, there were some bright spots, but just like with any scrimmage, there was some garbage out there too.
Know about Nolan Turner? Is everybody else healthy?
I think so. DK did not go today. He was just strained his ham a little bit. He should be ready to go next week, but held him out, and I think that's it. Braden Galloway is kind of working back. I think they're going to cut him loose next Wednesday when we get back. So good to get him going, get a little bit of work done with him before spring's over.
Good to get Hunter Johnson back out there, and how do the quarterbacks compete in general?
Yeah, Streeter's doing a great job, first of all, just putting them in different situations, making sure everybody's getting a lot of reps. They're going with different groups, and you know, good, same thing, good and bad. You know, I mean, it's the biggest thing with the quarterbacks. I'm trying to figure out if they'll let us play with 2 huddles and 2 balls, but I don't know if they're going. I don't know if they're going to allow that. So I'm pleased with those guys. I mean, there were some things where, you know, I thought we took 2 or 3 too many sacks on the quarterback, where I thought the ball's got to come out. But they made a lot of plays. There were some big plays in the passing game. Cornell had a couple nice plays, Amari. But all those guys are competing and doing a good job right now.
Did you see improvement from scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2?
Not really. You know, and I would say that, you know, I mean, I need to probably watch the tape before I really can just put a stamp on it. But, you know, I think that the intensity wasn't what it needed to be today. I didn't think the body language was quite what it needed to be. I think some of that's just a product of, you know, them being off for 9 days and kind of getting back in. That's probably the biggest thing. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, you got to be ready to go. But just okay. Just okay. Not terrible.
Coach Elliott was saying the tempo isn't quite where it needs to be since spring break. Kind of the same thing there.
Yeah, same thing. You know, I mean, today was a little better than Monday. I thought they were a little sluggish Monday, but today the tempo was at times better. But just getting that ingrained in these guys and just coaching it every single day. But there were some moments. I thought we did do it. We had 2 really good 2-minute drives, which was good to see with the first group and the second group.
You working anybody on punt returns besides Hunter? I know Kendrick, you said, didn't play.
Yeah, he went out there. So, you know, Hunter, Amari, you know, right now would be our first guy, and he's doing a good job. Had a nice play today, nice return, probably about a 20-yard plus return today.
Tony said that Jackson Carman worked both guard and tackle a little bit today. What is it about him that's allowed him to kind of move around so early, only being here for a couple more?
Well, I mean, we're just trying to get him as much opportunity as we can. I mean, he's got some guys in front of him that just, know more, and he's just, I mean, that's a hard position. He's just got a lot to learn. He is doing a good job with his body, though. He's getting his weight down, and I was really proud of him because, a guy goes home for a week or so, that was the first thing I did was check the weights, and he actually was 4 pounds down. So he did a nice job of continuing to, to get himself where he needs to be physically so he can have a chance to hit this off season and hit this training program and come back. He's got some work to do there, but he's got the mindset and all the tools. He's athletic, he's long, he can bend, and he's got good, excellent feet. I mean, he's everything you'd want. But he's this big grown man in that body, but he's just a high school senior. He's got a lot to learn, and we got good players here. It's not like you just walk in off the street here and take a job. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that. I mean, he's got a lot to process. So, but he's doing a good job working at left tackle and at guard because we want to give him the best opportunity to compete. But come out of spring with just the goal is to get him a good foundation, and then it's on him to go and grow and get better mentally and physically this summer, and then come back and let's see how he can compete in August. So just trying to get him as much experience as we can.
Coach, for Jackson and those other freshmen, even though there's no crowd here today, how important just to get them in this environment for the first time?
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, it's all that, and that's probably a little bit of it today too for some of these guys. First time out here, there were a lot of people here. It was almost like a spring game today. We had a lot of teams, a lot of prospects, a lot of just different groups that were here visiting today. So I think it's good, especially with the spring game coming up, and that's a huge evaluation piece. That's why I hope our fans will show up. I mean, April 14th at 2:30, the game's on TV. I mean, it matters. I mean, it matters when they scan them cameras and you got bleachers or you have people showing up. It means a lot. It says a lot. Getting our former players back, it's a great opportunity to get those guys back and around our players. But I tell you what, man, our crowd is a huge part of the evaluation piece for us because it's all we got. I mean, we need that environment to further evaluate these guys, and so I really hope our fans will show up and have a great day here in Clemson, April 14th.
Last scrimmage, Brent Venables was far from pleased with the defensive back play. Was there an improvement to the corners today?
Well, I think they're still running.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, still running, so I might want to skip him today. Be a very short interview. I think AJ and Trayvon and Mark has really caught my eye this spring too. I think we've got some pretty special guys right there. Muse has had a solid spring. Kayvon. I mean, I think again, it's just we're just in there. It just is what it is, and we got. We got two, I think, great ones coming in here this summer. Nolan getting hurt didn't help. Isaiah Simmons he makes some mistakes, but man, wow, does he make plays? He erases a lot of mistakes. With just his ability. I'm really excited about him, and we're cross training him some, so he's working a little bit at both. But get Lee Anthony's out there. He's going to be a good player. He's learning how to play. He's getting thrown out there. Denzel is getting ready for prime time. He's creeping in that direction. So I'm more encouraged. We just don't quite have the depth that we need right now.
Yeah,
and we'll get there.
With the corners you guys have coming in, did you tell them in the recruiting process that they've got to come in and be ready?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just numbers alone. I mean, they got a great opportunity, but I mean, I can't force them to be ready. So I mean, you still don't know till those guys get here and you coach them, but they certainly going to have a huge opportunity. And I'd be shocked if Mario and Kyler can't help us. I mean, but our first group of guys, we got a really good group. I think we got three corners that are pretty special, and I think we got three safeties that are going to be starter type guys right now, and Denzel and Kayvon and Muse, and then you know, depending on where you count Isaiah in that situation, we got a good group. But again, you're repping 3 groups, you get thin quick. You know, so we got a lot of guys getting some reps. So we got some of our walk-on guys and guys like that getting some opportunities to compete.
Has Pollard still settling in at right guard there?
He's playing both. He's playing right guard and right tackle. He played both today. You know, he's still transitioning there. It's still a little bit of a change for him, but you know, he's one of them guys that, you know, I know we're gonna be able to count on.
After the quick start that Travis Etienne had last year, does it speak a lot about his character that he, you know, didn't kind of rest on those laurels and kind of has taken it to heart some of the later season struggles that he had and the way he's approached this offseason?
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's just going to be a sophomore, and he's had a freshman year and had a lot of success and had some areas that he needed to improve, pass protection, physically, improving his body, especially his upper body strength, and I think he's working in all those directions, and just knowledge, you know, just knowledge of why we do what we do, not just, hey, run this, you know, but just a bigger picture understanding of the offense and the system. So he's a great kid and just going to get better. But you know, I think he's just what we thought he'd be right now, a guy that's focused and hungry to go improve.
But in terms of like the physical side of it off season, how crucial can that be for him going?
Well, I mean, it's a game changer. I mean, he's a guy. He's naturally thick lower body and naturally strong down there, but you know, he just very average upper body strength coming in here, like